Mary Katherine Backstrom, Crazy Joy, Finding Wild Happiness in a World That's Upside Down. Embark on a journey where happiness is attained not through perfection, but by embracing life's imperfections and finding joy in their midst. In the book Crazy Joy, Finding Wild Happiness in a World That's Upside Down, Mary Katherine Backstrom takes us through an enlightening exploration of how to find true happiness in our chaotic world. By looking at both the joys and the pain that life throws at us, from fear and insecurity to embracing our unique selves, the author helps us understand that genuine joy comes from living life to its fullest, even when faced with challenges.
Embracing imperfection, finding joy. We often think happiness can only be achieved through perfection and attaining the things we desire. However, this type of happiness is temporary and unfulfilling. Rather than pursuing an unrealistic idea of perfection, we should embrace life's imperfections and find joy in the journey. This comprises both positive and negative experiences, which inevitably shape our lives. Even during hardships, a shift in mindset can help us discover joy hidden in seemingly dark moments. Remember, joy and its counterforces coexist, and acknowledging this fact can lead to a more fulfilling life. Our lives can seem like a constant pursuit of happiness by trying to create perfect conditions around us, landing that dream job, planning the perfect wedding, or losing those extra pounds. The truth is, chasing perfection often prevents us from finding real joy. Societal notions of happiness tend to wrongly associate joy with factors like high social status, wealth, fame, and beauty. Attaining these, however, only leads to temporary, fleeting happiness and pushes us to keep chasing more. In contrast, we tend to avoid experiences that seemingly contradict our pursuit of happiness, such as heartbreak, disappointment, and failure. This avoidance often leads to a diminished life, as it is in navigating these difficult moments that real joy can be found. True happiness comes from facing challenges and taking risks, which are essential elements of a life fully lived. MK suggests that true joy lies in embracing the journey of life instead of fixating on an unattainable destination. Life is filled with an unpredictable mix of ups and downs, victories, and defeats. By recognizing this, we can better appreciate both the pleasant and difficult experiences as integral parts of our existence. Drawing from Sir Isaac Newton's third law of motion, we can view joy as a force with an equal and opposing force. This perspective allows an individual to be more prepared for powerful counterforces such as disappointment, heartbreak, failure, and sadness. Embracing the connection between these counterforces and joy can lead to a richer, more authentic life experience. Conquering comparison's grip. MK was burdened by the constant need to compare herself to others, causing her to feel inadequate. Through introspection and therapy, she began understanding the negative impact of these comparisons, eventually accepting herself for who she is and developing self-compassion. By embracing our uniqueness, we can conquer comparison and cultivate a healthy relationship with ourselves. Debunking the idea that comparison is harmless, MK's experience helps us understand the subtle way this sneaky habit can consume our minds and breed dissatisfaction. Her attempt to pass off store-bought pies as her own at a family gathering highlights a common need to live up to expectations. Comparison can silently devour our happiness and make us feel insufficient, as revealed by a National Institutes of Health study, which states that an alarming 12% of our thoughts are comparisons. Working with a therapist, MK discovered the alarming frequency with which she compared herself to others, where even viewing a stranger could trigger feelings of self-disrepute. This mental battle was causing her emotional self to suffer, prompting the question, why can we be kind to others but not ourselves? The key lies in self-acceptance and recognizing our uniqueness. Out of the whole world's vast population, there is only one of us, and we owe it to ourselves and the world to embrace our authenticity. It is essential to treat ourselves with the care and compassion we would offer to friends, giving ourselves a break from the stranglehold of comparison. MK chose to implement her therapist's advice, forming a new friendship with the best possible candidate, herself. It's an exercise we can all attempt, treating ourselves like cherished friends rather than harsh critics. This way, we can build a strong relationship with ourselves and overcome the damaging impacts of comparison, allowing our genuine selves to flourish. Embracing mortality for joy. While browsing through Friedrich Nietzsche's work, MK discovered unexpected wisdom about joy. This perspective emphasizes the importance of accepting pain and mortality as inherent to life, which enables one to fully embrace joy. Our limited time on Earth should remind us to focus on what truly matters, and understanding our mortality sets the stage for a richer and more fulfilled life. In a chance encounter, MK was introduced to the philosophy of Friedrich Nietzsche, known for his thoughts on nihilism. Despite her initial doubt, she decided to dive into his work. Thus spoke Zarathustra, and was pleasantly surprised to find profound insights on joy. Nietzsche's characters Zarathustra and his followers first grappled with the harsh reality of life's meaninglessness, which led them into despair. However, upon realizing and accepting that pain and suffering are simply part of life, they came to appreciate the value of living, driven by the joy they could still experience. The characters proclaimed, "Joys all want eternity," capturing the human desire for happiness to last forever. One of the most universal human fears is that of our own mortality, which often prevents us from fully embracing life. Yet, embracing our mortality prompts one to prioritize the most valuable aspects of life, thereby allowing us to experience deeper and more lasting joy. MK recalls watching the 1980s daytime game show Supermarket Sweep, which imparted an important life lesson. In the show, contestants raced through a supermarket filling their carts with items, with the winner being the one who had the highest total value of items by the end. The show serves as an analogy for life, where individuals often focus on trivial things while ignoring what genuinely matters, the so-called filet mignon of existence. In conclusion, finding joy can be achieved by embracing and accepting our mortality. Recognizing that we are all bound by the same fate allows us to break free from the constraints fear places upon us and instead focus on experiencing the wondrous joys that life has to offer. Joy amidst treacherous waves. In the thrilling movie Chasing Mavericks, seasoned surfer Jay Moriarty endures vigorous training to conquer one of the world's largest waves, Mavericks. His ability to hold his breath while withstanding chaotic walls of water symbolizes overcoming obstacles and finding joy amidst life's challenges. Much like Jay, surfers often encounter daunting fears, including sharks, but their passion for catching waves provides them with immense happiness. Therefore, the pursuit of joy sometimes lies in facing great uncertainties and riding the undulating waves of life. Ian, a passionate surfer and husband of author MK, finds himself engrossed in the movie Chasing Mavericks, which is based on the life of American surfer Jay Moriarty. Jay devoted countless hours to mastering the art of holding his breath to surf the Mavericks, an infamously monstrous wave in California. This skill became crucial when he got trapped in a relentless wall of water, proving that survival and success depend on one's ability to adapt and endure harsh conditions. This scenario illustrates a powerful metaphor for life, that joy resembles riding waves, often discovered in treacherous territories. Fear often stifles our potential and prevents us from taking risks, but without these challenges, one might never experience true joy. Surfers like Ian have an innate drive to confront their fears head-on. MK recalls a day at the beach when Ian spotted a 6-foot hammerhead shark lurking beneath the water, but instead of retreating in fear, Ian eventually returned to the shark-infested waves. Although his decision may seem reckless to some, surfing brings Ian unparalleled joy. Embracing potential risks in pursuit of happiness can be incredibly revitalizing. Ultimately, life's joys can be found amidst uncertainties and challenges akin to conquering the enormous Mavericks wave. Embracing risks and confronting fears can lead to unimaginable happiness, and it is through these exhilarating experiences that we ride the unpredictable waves of life.
In conclusion, Crazy Joy teaches us that true happiness is found by living life with all its ups and downs, and not by seeking an illusion of perfection. By changing our mindset toward life's hardships and embracing fear, insecurity, loneliness, and even our mortality, we can experience the wild happiness that comes from fully living in the moment. By learning to treat ourselves with kindness and by recognizing that significant lessons can be drawn from life's challenges, we can make the most of our limited time on Earth, creating a meaningful and joyful life.